Welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and I like to do fashion DIYs. And in today's video, I am doing a last minute attempt to make an outfit for a work Christmas party that I have tonight. And I had this idea like 2 days ago. I don't know why I left it so last minute of what I was gonna wear, but I really wanted to find some sort of floor length dress that I could alter into a jumpsuit. So wish me luck. If this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna have to find something random in my closet. And of course, I leave it to the last minute, and I couldn't find anything until this morning, so I had to run out thrifting, and I actually found something at Value Village. I found this velvet dress, and it's actually, it's kind of brown, unfortunately. I wish it was black, but it's dark enough that you can kind of like pretend it's black. And I really like the fit of it. The length is great. I am going to tailor it a bit, but it's pretty much what I was looking for. I also am going to alter the neckline. It's a little bit more like inward and it closes off the shoulders, and I want to open it up to show off the collarbones. So yeah, and then I'm going to make it into a pantsuit, and because I won't be able to pull it over my head anymore, I actually got not one, not two, but 3 zippers, because I couldn't figure out in the store when I was grabbing them which length of zipper I would need. So I just picked up all of them, and I'm gonna see how far down, I need the zipper to be for me to get in and out of it. So I just wanted options. So yeah, wish me luck. I have to get this done in like 2 hours, realistically, hopefully. I think I can do it though, and hopefully it turns out. I guess we will find out together.
So the first thing I did was measure 5 inches down from the side seam and marked with a pin. I did this on both sides, then used my rotary blade and metal ruler to cut the dress in half. To adjust the neckline, I measured 1 inch from the shoulder seam and marked it with a pin on both sides. Then I started marking with pins how I wanted the new neckline to be. Then flipped the bodice over and marked how low I wanted it to be in the back and used pins to mark the rest of the back out. Then I carefully cut along the outside of the pins, using them as a guideline. It's also important to note that I did take a 1/4 inch seam allowance into account before pinning and cutting. Then I seam ripped where the sleeve met the bodice so I could complete the raw edge properly when hemming. Then I seam ripped the back seam, since that is where our zipper is going to go later, and I pinned a 1/4 inch hem and sewed using a straight stitch. So at this point, I have tried it on and realized that I wanted to add a few darts in the waist. So to do so, I marked with a pin where my bust point was, then extended the pins to the hemline. To transfer the dart to the other side, I folded the bodice in half and marked with the pin. Then measured 1 inch below the bust point, because that will be where my dart will end. I don't want the dart to reach all the way to the bust point. That's how you sew pointy boobs. So to complete the dart, I folded the bodice in half along the center of my dart and measured about 1/2 inch. That is where I'll be sewing my dart to. I then used my ruler and some chalk to draw the dart line and repeated the same to the other side and sewed. And the bodice is done. Moving on to the pants to the jumpsuit, I folded the skirt in half from front to back, so the side seams were touching and laying flat. Then I used a pair of existing pants as a guideline for the crotch. I used a ruler to help cut a straight line and gave myself about 1 inch seam allowance. I was very careful not to remove too much from the waist, since the sizing was pretty close, and I also needed space to insert the zipper. Then I cut across the opposite side to separate the skirt into pants, then pinned the crotch with the right sides together and sewed. The next step was to sew the inner pant legs together, so I pinned both sides and sewed all the way to the waistline.
Okay, this is the progress so far. I have to just fix the crotch. I don't think you can see it actually, but I just like sewed it in a way that like it's really bunching. But, and then I have to attach the top to the bottom and add a zipper, but it's actually turning out surprisingly well. I thought I butchered it and made the pants way too small, but apparently they fit perfectly. So excited.
To sew in the zipper, I had to seam rip the center back and pick a zipper length. I decided on the 35 centimeters, which was the largest one I picked up. I needed the opening to be low enough to pull over the bum. To attach the bodice to the pants, I had to find the center front of the bodice. I did that by folding it in half and marking it with a pin, and lined the center front of the bodice to the front seam of the pants and pinned right sides together and sewed. The final step was to sew in the zipper, and I'm not going to lie, the zipper went pretty wavy when I sewed it this way, so I had to seam rip it out and install it in a different way, and since I was pretty pressed for time, I wasn't able to film it. But I am planning on filming a video showing how I install zippers, and once it's up on my channel, I will link it in the cards above.
Okay, so it's been a few days since I made this romper and I couldn't film the after because I cut it really close with time. I finished this at 7 p.m. and the party was at 8 p.m. But I did it and it was a success. Honestly, it kind of turned out very Reformation inspired, which I wasn't intending, but the fit of this fits me so well. I have really surprised myself. This is by far my favorite DIY that I've done so far.
And this is the final result. As I mentioned, the fit of this jumpsuit was perfect. The only thing I messed up on was the zipper placement. The zipper ended up going above the hemline, but luckily my hair covers it, so it's not a big deal.
So please be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below and give a big thumbs up if you'd like to see more fashion DIYs, and subscribe for more video content, and I will see you in the next one.